tentatively named WarriorCast, the podcast of the North Shore Warriors. We are a group of 5 narcissists who believe that people would like to hear us talk about nothing in particular. With me today is, of course, Hampy.
Yeah, that's me. Am I a narcissist? I had no idea.
Yes, we are all narcissists.
Oh, okay.
Mitchie Poo.
Hello.
I've got Dylan.
What I do?
And certainly, but not least, the ever lovely Zach Bauska.
Hey, yo, baby girl, what it be, dude?
All right, look at that. We're already sounding a little bit more professional than last episode. Fantastic. We're great at this, guys. All right, Mitchie Poo, what do we got on schedule today?
Let's check around and see what's going on. What's going on with you, hamster? What's your week been like?
Oh man, same old candy bucket. Oh, I told you guys in the chat I did sell peanut M&Ms to Samuel L. Jackson.
That was so cool.
Yes,
which is super cool.
I was literally. I'm just like kind of in the zone, and I just hear how much was M&Ms, and I was like, oh Jesus. Oh my God!
Did
he go?
Yeah, but
thanks.
Was he a bitch?
Yeah. Does Samuel L. Jackson really need to ask how much peanut M&Ms are?
Hey, I took his $5.
Yeah, when you're looking at a gerbil, yeah, you do.
He's just trying to be a real dude, living a real life.
Yeah. I suppose.
Well, honestly, I try to treat him that way too. I was like thinking of all the things I could say, and I was just like, you know what? Let him have his night at the show, man. Like, don't be an asshole about it. I'm sure, like, how many
Last
other
thing
people
he wants
have
is some kid with a bucket.
Yeah, I'm sure many people have already like confronted him about him being him. So I was like, I'll give him his M&Ms and bounce. And then
and then go tell all your friends about it.
Yeah, no, literally, like, I ran away and was like told everybody that I knew. Tomorrow I have an audition. That's dope. Getting ready for my birthday this week, so.
What's the number? What's the number for all the ladies out there?
The big 25.
Oh, baby.
Quarter of a century. Panicking.
Halfway through
feeling alive at the big 25.
Yeah.
Life falling apart.
Oh. Well, congratulations about that.
Yeah. I actually, and this morning I watched Spirited Away for the first time in a while. Have you guys seen that?
Oh,
dude, so
I've never
good.
seen that.
Great, you said it in a while.
Oh yeah,
We can-
I'll get into it a little bit, but yeah, that's been my week.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, cool. All right, Mitchie Poo, how was your week?
It's been good. I've spent most of it up in Duluth hanging out with LJ.
Wait, you were up here and you didn't give me a call?
LJ and I. Oh, I'm sorry, LJ and I were having our honeymoon away.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Wait, you can have a pre-honeymoon?
I was gonna say the honeymoon
pre-honeymoon.
after you get married.
Dang, I didn't know you could even do that.
You guys already eloped?
They call that
Guys,
a honey
we
sun.
have like 7 honeymoons. We have 7
Is that
honeymoons
allowed?
lined up. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
We're doing
7
it. We're doing it
honeymoons?
anyway. One for every day of the week. Let's see. I've been playing a lot of games. We'll come back to that later in Game Corner. But other than that, I've just been hanging out and just been working again. Same old here.
Hey, Mitch, by the way...
Perp? Yeah?
I'll let Bowser talk.
I was going to say, Mitch, by
Bowser
the way,
has the floor.
going to Taco Bell does not count as one of your honeymoons. You can't just be like, hey, you want to just...
Okay, I
get
guess
some
I'll go down to
fast
6.
It's very true.
Well, agree to disagree, man.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Agree to disagree. Yeah, I'll take T-Belt every day.
I mean, it's the only place you can get Baja Blast, and I don't know anything more romantic than Baja Blast.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Perp, how about you? What have you been up to?
This week, I came back to my apartment for the first time in a couple weeks. I was staying with my parents for a little bit for a couple of reasons.
Reverse agoraphobia.
Yeah, so came back. Yeah, reverse agoraphobia. Yeah, so so I'm back in my apartment. It's been nice. And I have mostly been playing Mass Effect. I've just been rushing through it.
Wait, the old ones?
To get ready for Andromeda. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
So
cool.
I played. I managed to beat the first one in about 2 days. I think the total playtime, 2 or 3 days. It's like the total playtime was like 26 hours. And I just started the second one. I just got Morden right before we started recording. Getting ready for that Andromeda. And let's see. I feel like I did something yesterday. What the fuck did I do? Or on Friday? I don't know who. I saw the show that my roommate Paul Nave was in. He was in Marie Antoinette through Walking Shadow Theater Company. So I went out and saw
nice.
that.
Fun.
Yeah, on Saturday, and yeah, he was great in that. And that's pretty much it. Watched some hockey and played some video games and played some Mass Effect. Watched some theater. Oh, and I saw. I went out and I went house hopping too.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, because
For
you're
house
with Lauren
viewing.
and Connor.
Yeah, so we went out today and saw this beautiful house. It was just absolutely gorgeous. A full house in Northeast, like right walking distance from all the shit that we do, for $12.50 a month, which is like a steal. And
Ooh, wow.
it was a beautiful place. Yeah, and it was so funny because like we're almost definitely not gonna get it because there were so many people there, and I'm sure all of them have better credit than we do. But we were sitting at the table, and like we were like the only ones in there for a second because we were just filling out the application. The landlord was like, "So like, what like let me ask you guys something. Like, why would you guys pay this much to like rent a place? Why wouldn't you just buy one?" And like we all kind of looked at each other for a second, and with like the words unsaid were just like, "Nobody fucking tell her that this is cheap as shit. Nobody tell her. 'Cause the price is
Don't
a
let them
steal."
know.
Yeah, so that was a beautiful place. We're almost definitely not going to get it, but
Damn.
a man can dream. And yeah, that's been my week.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
All right.
How about you, Dylan?
Oh me? Oh my goodness, I didn't prepare for this. No.
Definitely the first time that's asked. Definitely the first time this is happening.
Well, I've been directing some kids shows recently, but for about a month now. So it's just like a musical written specifically to be for kids to perform it through Ashland
Cool.
Productions, which is a cool spot.
Nice.
So I have to get up at 6:30 every morning and go to rehearsal with them at 8. And I only get
Damn.
I'm doing 2 schools, so I get each school 2 hours a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. But we didn't have it this past Friday, which was nice. They didn't have school, so I got to sleep in. So yeah, that's super fun. I had an audition for a gas station on Tuesday, so that was pretty sweet.
What, like a commercial audition, or
Yeah, like-
are you
like
just
a
gonna
commercial
interview and say that you applied to work
No,
at a
no,
gas
it was
station?
Theatrical gas station.
No. It was a commercial for this gas station, and I auditioned for
Nice.
the store clerk, and I got a call back, so that was Thursday.
Wow,
Attaboy.
congrats.
Yes.
So, but I haven't heard anything since. The callback was weird because they're filming 2 spots for this gas station. They're doing 2 different commercials, and they were auditioning for them at the same time. So I was the first one to go in and do the callback for my spot. So they were still trying to figure out like how they wanted to film just the auditions in general. So I spent like a good. I did it like 15, 16 times, and the first like 10 of them were just figuring out how they wanted to shoot it.
So we just lost Dylan for a second. We're just going to take a quick edit, and we will get him right back. Okay, so we are back with a newly refurbished Dylan Rue. Dylan, what were you talking about? Because I honestly don't remember.
No, it's okay. I was just saying I got to be one of the 2 people in the audition room, like as they were filming, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, other
Cool.
than that, my week is pretty normal work and audition stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan,
Cool.
I believe that you're a great director with these kids, but my favorite is when we're gaming and it's like 2 or 3, and you're like, I should go to bed. Fuck it, I'm just directing the kids in the morning, and we just go.
Yeah, it's no, they're great, and I don't have to worry too much about them. So
Cool. Bowski,
Anyway,
you've
so,
been telling us you've
Bowska.
been
Sure you're a
feeling a little
terrible
sick
influence.
lately.
Yeah, I got a little frog in my throat this week. I woke up. We spent the weekend at Anna's sister's place, which is like a mile away. So, like, it's weird to say we spent the weekend there, but I guess we did. But I just woke up this morning feeling like ball sandwich. So, yeah.
Is it like flu stuff, or is it?
No, I think it's just a cold, but I hate
Bummer.
it either way. I hate whenever my throat's any sort of tickly, so
Mm-hmm.
I apologize if you hear me coughing this whole time, but I'm trying to point it away from the mic.
So good.
Yeah, other than that, this week, still fun employed. Although, so Anna's cousin's husband works for an adult beverage distribution company, like a pretty big one, and they have a job opening in Duluth. So she said that if I apply, they'll put my application right at the top, and it's, I think she said only part-time right away, but it could very potentially lead to full-time very fast. So basically,
You about to sling some liquor?
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah, I'd be a sales
That's
rep
amazing.
for like a major distribution company that is like all over the country. So I'd be going to bars trying
Wow.
to.
Do you
push
remember?
new
Do you know the
products.
name of the company?
I do. I don't know if I should say it because I mean I haven't applied yet, and I don't want to.
yeah, no,
knock
you don't
on
need
wood.
to say it.
Fair.
I was
Fair
just
enough.
curious because
If
I delivered
something
to
happens, we'll know.
distribution company all the time.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. Anna and I looked at some townhomes the other day that we think we're definitely gonna try and get, and we
Awesome.
went and toured it, and the lady really liked us, so that's good. It's like 2 floors and 2 bedrooms, and it's like around $1,100 a month. So between the two of us, it's not too bad.
Jesus, I wish it was that easy.
Yeah. So. So yeah, that's pretty much all I really did this whole week. We'll talk more in video games and movies, but I spent most of today watching Breath of the Wild gameplay, so that's
Amazing.
pretty
Yep.
exciting.
Yeah.
It's been.
It
coming-
says a lot about our lives.
yeah, I can't afford a Switch, so I just watch
When-
people play it online.
I just watch people play.
Well, I was gonna say it says a lot about our lives when we're like, "What'd you do this weekend?" It's like, "Well, we'll talk more about it in video
Yeah.
games."
Yeah, right. I mean, I gotta say, y'all sound way more grown up than I freaking do.
Hey man, you're selling candy.
Hey,
at
you're still
these
24.
shows,
My
so.
lord.
Don't get flustered with
For
the
a
mustard.
couple
Yeah,
days.
you're still
Hampy.
24. You're good.
For a number of days, yeah. I'm 24.
Well, before we step into video games, why don't we stop off quick and see what everyone's drinking? What's in beer corner, guys?
Yeah, actually, yeah. You guys go. I'm gonna actually grab another beer.
Well, I'm going to
Ooh.
start
Keep
off.
talking.
I just want everybody to just be quiet for a second and just listen to this.
Uh-huh.
Oh. You know what you're hearing right there? You are hearing the crisp and refreshing sound of me opening up a fresh Michelob Golden Light,
Ooh.
the staple
Keeping it
beer of
simple.
Minnesota. As everybody
Keeping it
knows,
simple.
Mick
Gotta
Golden
appreciate
is
that.
only
State beer.
sold to our bland Norwegian palates. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much everybody's go-to. I think it was like most of my friends' first beer. So
I sold a bunch of those at work today, so I get it.
nice.
Oh yeah.
To Samuel L. Jackson.
What's
Not to say that.
I don't have
What
beer.
the hell is
sorry.
this hog piss, motherfucker?
I give him a nice Chardonnay, sir, or a Malbec.
Do I look like a bitch?
Yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. I've been waiting for the past 20 minutes to get to this segment so I could open it because I really wanted to make that sound. So I'll let you guys talk while I just sit back and drink.
I've got a Dees Coke.
Guys.
That's what I'm. That's
Ooh,
all I got.
Disco.
nice.
That's it.
Refreshing.
My beer corner's a little sad right now.
Oh no.
Why?
Well, I had this, I guess Paul had like a little Deschutes sampler pack in the fridge that I've been bumming off of because it's Sunday. But
The day of
I was
rest.
going to grab,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Not for long.
I've already had one IPA. Yeah.
They're changing that.
I've already had one
They're
IPA.
changing that law here soon.
Yeah, they're changing the law. I saw, yeah.
For
Ooh.
those
We still have
who
to agree
don't
on, like-
know, who don't live in
Yeah.
Minnesota, you can't buy liquor on Sundays in Minnesota. So it's finally getting repealed.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's getting repealed. That's awesome.
Sorry, Perp.
I had no
But,
idea.
yeah, so I already had an IPA, and I went to the fridge to grab another, but I wasn't paying enough attention, so I actually grabbed their porter, which is a fine porter. It's fine. It's a fine porter, but I wasn't really in the mood for something heavy, and now I'm like, well, it's open, gotta drink it.
Might as well.
It's like when you
It's probably gonna be-
go to drink what you think is water and it's actually milk, and for like half a second you're like, "Oh, what the hell is wrong with this? Like, did something
Yep.
die in my water line?"
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, have you
Yeah.
mistaken milk for water in your lifetime?
Dude, several
I have.
times.
No.
You've never
who
done
does
that?
I mean,
Oh shit!
I said yeah, kind of, because like
I always peek before I sip. Okay,
it
moving.
doesn't rhyme, but
Well,
I mean,
I'm drinking.
I think
I'm
every
staring into
pore
my
of my
beer
body-
can right now.
would you believe that man is a stand-up comic sometimes?
Yeah, no,
sometimes.
Hey, I'm always laughing.
That's not his first job.
I'm always laughing.
Well, that makes one of
well-
us.
I'm drinking the
Oh,
good
Jesus.
old Castle Dangers cream ale.
Ooh, that's. I was just up in Gooseberry yesterday, and we went through
So that's
Castle.
brewed
I
and
still have to go to
packaged
Castle Danger.
in Two Harbors, Minnesota.
Awesome.
Always
Oh.
good.
Good stuff.
It's got a nice. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite beers.
Yeah, Castle
Um,
Danger is legit.
Yeah, they're really good. If you're ever in Minnesota and they have Castle Danger,
My friend's
Any beer
cousin.
that's good,
my friend's cousin actually
yeah.
owns Castle Danger Brewing.
Really?
Well, I wouldn't say
so
friend.
Bowska's going to be
acquaintance.
getting his free Castle Danger.
Okay.
He sat next to me in my operations research class, and then we helped each other with the homework, and I haven't heard from him since. So that's basically
Yeah.
what I call my friend. Yeah.
Nice. Castle Danger, guys. It's a good. Wait for it.
Uh-huh.
North Shore Brewery.
Ooh.
Heyo.
That's good
Yeah,
for branding.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Castle Danger, hit us up.
Oh,
Sponsor.
We'd love to talk
Yeah,
about your
yeah.
beer.
Hey, we got 50 views on our first video.
Hey, maybe,
What's going on?
Maybe if I
What
get
a
a job,
victory.
We're big deals.
maybe if I get a job with that distribution center, I'll work out a sponsorship.
Oh my god.
Hampy, what are
Yes.
you drinking? Something good, I hear?
Course banquet, baby.
There it is.
The Banquet.
Same old,
Break
same
out the
old.
monocle.
Oh,
Da 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 la da la da 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 la.
Hampy, your taste in beer is a consistency
Oh,
that I need in my life right now. I
Already tipsy.
Drunk.
Slurring like
I
Mark
already can't
Twain.
speak, okay? I stop. This podcast.
I mean, I buy it at the deli enough that they used to ID me, and now they're just like, oh yeah, we know.
Another 40 from my
You might as well take
shouty.
it for free, man.
Another 40 for myself. Yep. I am
do
my
they, like,
shorty.
do they like put it on like a little
I
napkin?
No, they ain't classy like that.
Wait, real question: Is it a tall boy or is it a 12 ounce?
Oh, you know it's a tall boy.
You know? Do I look like a bitch?
I had a boy.
You can't see me. I do.
I don't know. Did you?
He does. He
you
does.
say
That's a
that to
good
Samuel
question.
then, or the
We
last
can't
week?
see each
I
other.
say that to Samuel. Yeah, I see him every day now. We're on speaking terms. I texted him earlier. I was like, "Yo, how are those
basis.
M&Ms, my dude?"
My dude, Sam.
Calls him Sam.
And he's like, "Quit texting me, please." And I'm
Sammy
like,
Jackson.
"LOL."
You know you love it.
Yeah. It's crazy that
Heart
you're
emoji.
always like, oh, my week was mundane, and like every week you've got a new like celebrity that you've talked
Okay,
to.
there's been like 3 in total over a
Kate
year.
Blanchett,
Okay, Kate
That you see
Blanchett I
on a
ran
regular
into.
basis.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I've seen her a couple times. I literally ran into Martin Short with my bucket, like he was coming up the stairs from the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh, pardon me, sir, I just hit you in the face," and it was Martin Short.
and also,
Did
I
you
love
see
you
Dennis
in the
Quaid?
Three Amigos.
Yeah, yeah. I sold the water to Dennis Quaid. He kind of got the fuck out real quick. Steve Martin. I was at the closing week of Bright Star, which Steve Martin wrote, and so he actually played his banjo in Act 2 opening. And
Awesome.
so after that, he was waiting in the back, and I was kind of like fucking around with my stuff, making a tiny bit of noise, and he was kind of looking over at me, like mean mugging me, like, "Dude, you're ruining my show." As I was like,
Got mean mugged by Steve Martin.
Fucking Steve.
not really. I'm
This is what
sure.
I'm talking about. He's like, oh, it's all mundane, but you got mean bugged by Steen Martin.
Well,
dude.
you know
mean,
what? I'm
come
sure he
on.
was just like peeking over, but in my brain, I was like, "I done fucked up, boys." And Tina Fey, I sold a Kit Kat to Tina Fey that she got for her daughter at
All
the
right.
closing week.
Well,
of Bright Star.
I'm glad that you blew all your celebrity story loads in the second episode.
In about
Hey.
2 minutes.
I met John
I
Hamm.
gotta play my
once.
hand, dude. I gotta play my hand.
Hey, I met John Hamm too.
Yeah, Thomas and I met
We were
John
there
Hamm
together.
with Al Franken at the same time. Although I have photographic
Duluth,
evidence.
yeah. Al Franken 2020. No, I'm just kidding. No political spots. This isn't a political.
Yeah,
We don't have that
let's move
section
away
yet.
from that topic.
Draft him. Anyways, let's talk about beer. Draft him. He doesn't want to be the president. Draft him. Mitch is drinking a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I think
We
we're
have
talk
covered
about beer.
all of the beers. May I suggest
All right.
video games? Video games?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, you may.
Video
I'm
games.
down.
You may.
Okay, so lately
We all
I've
like
been
those.
I've been getting really back into Heroes of the Storm because the national tournament
really?
thing is starting to kick up now, I think.
See, I never
Okay.
got
So-
into that period.
It's really fun. I think the thing that I like the most about Heroes of the Storm is that it's a MOBA, but it's taken out like 90% of the really complicated itemized shit that is just like about sitting down and reading for like 4 hours to learn to
League
play
of
the
Legends.
game. Yeah.
Right.
So it's just like hero fight, do objectives, level up, and it's just so straightforward that I think it's so accessible, and the characters are all from Blizzard properties, so there's so many cool different things to be
It's
and
like
play
Overwatch
as.
characters are coming in now. I've seen.
Yeah, they just
I
got
saw
Lucio
that.
and Zarya.
You got Tracer on there too, right?
Oh yeah,
Tracer. Yeah, she was the first one.
mm-hmm. And yeah, so it's been really solid. Also, they're 5-man teams, and I'm looking in our Ventrilo here, and there are in fact enough people to make said team.
Yeah, but I don't like playing that crap
that's
on my Mac
ironic.
because my Mac will go up in a ball of fire.
Actually,
And I just
LJ's
got it
played
back.
it
I
on
got a-
hers too. She's played it on her Mac, and
Yeah,
it
but
ran.
I just got
okay.
mine back
I-
from the Apple Store. I don't want to send it back.
Yeah,
My
no,
Asus
no,
is
I don't really
still-
fuck with MOBAs.
My Asus is still in the pooper. It just
Damn.
crapped out on
Okay,
me.
I
so-
had to make my pitch to see if I could make.
I know.
a
I would.
team
I
here.
would. But
Yeah. No, I've seen MOBAs like destroy people's lives like heroin, like exactly like heroin. So I just
Oh,
like
I know. I
haven't
think we all know who
touched
you're
them.
talking about.
Yeah.
Oh god,
We do
yeah.
too.
I'll do. No, I remember playing it and liking the pace of it. And of course, it was fun to see all the familiar characters. Again, I kind of had it. I played League for almost exclusively
Years.
for months and months at a time. Again, it's just like on my PC gaming. I just have my laptop, and it's pushing 5 years old now. I don't want to melt the thing. But I remember
Right,
trying Heroes of the Storm when it came out, and I liked it a lot. I mean, I'd be down if you're playing it. I might have to hop in there for a couple matches, and
You know
just
it.
fry an egg on this Lenovo here.
Dinner in a game.
Yeah.
I
There
do
you go.
remember liking the fact
Mitchie,
that
you spoil
experience
me.
is shared in that game. Right, because
What was that,
experience is shared across all all their teammates.
Mhm. That's correct.
Oh yeah, that's a
what
cool
I thought.
thing.
I remember liking that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Because
I played a
suck
couple
at
games. Yes, you do.
Well, and honestly, it is
do.
nice. Like if you're behind, it's those are long games. You're not
Yeah.
spending
Yeah, they're
30 some
long
minutes or
games.
more being behind. You can kind of rely on
Yeah.
your team to push you ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's
but
so
I
many, like,
still-
objective
essentially let your
things.
team carry you.
Yeah.
I still
so many
can't
objective
convince
things.
my girlfriend that you can't pause online games. Like,
Oh damn.
yeah, so it's like that's why I stopped playing Rocket League, and because I couldn't
Jesus, dude,
pay for
even my-
Xbox Live.
Even my parents know that you can't pause online.
Oh,
games.
my parents still
That,
call
my
my
parents are
Xbox a
starting to learn
Nintendo.
Yeah, my parents had no idea, and it's reminding me of a time when my mother came down when I was playing Gears of War, and I killed a guy in the multiplayer, and Marcus just goes, "Eat shit and die," and my mom goes, "What are you playing?"
My couple weeks ago when we were playing For Honor, my dad was actually kind of getting into it. He was watching me fight a dude, and it was like a particularly intense fight. And he was getting into the fight. He's like,
Awesome.
"Oh, he's got you on the ropes now." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't think so." And I ended up beating him, and me and my dad cheered for me a little
The
bit.
only
it was a good
time-
moment because
That's awesome.
especially.
Some father-son bonding
Yeah.
time.
I'm
with
proud
For
of you,
Honor.
son.
Well, the only game my dad's ever played is Mario Kart 64, and he played that like religiously. So, but that's the only game.
I love
The
the,
only
idea
time
of like
my
your
dad's
parents
ever
standing
been-
over you and being like, "Son, you sure shot that Nazi good. I'm proud of you."
Yeah, yeah.
Really, Dad?
You think so?
The
That's
only
cool. What
time
are
my
you trying to say
dad's
now,
yeah,
Mickey?
the only time my dad's ever been interested in video games was when I convinced him to play 007 Nightfire for the GameCube. And he
Whoa,
ran
nice.
into a wall for half an hour while I just kept blasting his head off, and then he was like, "That's it, I'm done." He's like, this is stupid. I'm out of here.
Oh, I'll also play Madden with my dad if I get Madden that
Wait,
year.
your dad's a super
which is like
football
once every
fan
3
like
years.
you, so which is a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, and Golden Tee, man. At a bar, holy shit, we will go hard on Golden Tee.
Hell yeah.
Hard
Frustrates
on
me at
Golden
bars.
Tee.
I just never do well.
Oh yeah, like the little ball rolling
Yeah,
cabinet
it's-
game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That or
I do like
bowling, too,
walking by
bowling,
it and just
yeah.
spinning the ball like 5 times and then
Yes.
walking away.
Yeah, I remember I
Oh,
had
I see, you're that kind of person.
the N64 when I was little with like Mario Kart and everything, and my dad got it for me for Christmas from Santa, and I was like, yo, I got the dopest N64. Santa's elves made this motherfucker. This is premium. And then for my birthday, I got a game, and he also gave my sister a game, because obviously we're twins. I guess some people might not know that. We're twins, so like he gave us each a game
And they
for
thought
the
they were
N64.
both going to be girls, so they gave them girl names.
Yeah, fuck you. But
Holy
Oh,
she gave
shots
she
fired.
gave or rather he gave her Yoshi Story and was like
I
thanks
love that game.
and yeah, but like she never played the N64, so I was like, yo, this game is dope, and I took it from her.
Oh, well, I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect because I'm getting ready for Andromeda. I'm getting real
Oh,
pumped
I'm
for
so
Andromeda.
excited, dude.
How's that hold
Yeah,
up?
I was. It's good. I'm playing it on my PC right currently.
Oh, that's right. I was there
and
when
it's
you were
a little,
downloading that.
Yeah, it's a little annoying because there's no controller support for 1 or 2 on the PC,
Really?
and
Oh.
So you have to use the
Bummer.
PC
Yeah,
controls.
yeah, so I've got to use mouse and keyboard, which is the first one works all right with mouse and keyboard. The second one's kind of different because it's got that like Gears of War cover style.
Yeah.
It's doable. I changed some of the keys. Like cover was on space. Like cover sprint and like open doors was on space. I changed that to shift. Using the powers is kind of annoying because like on on your controller it was like I think it was like LB RB and one other button that I can't remember. But like on the mouse and keyboard it's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 are like your quick options, which is like really annoying. So it's hard to like move and hit a power at the same time
Oh, I
without
see.
like going into the power
Oh.
menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 3 has controller support. I hope so. But yeah, so like I've been wanting to play it on my big TV, not on my computer monitor. So I've been like throwing it up onto my big TV, and then like sitting in my chair with like my keyboard in my lap and like putting a piano bench like to the right of the chair for the mouse.
For your mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been real ghetto about it, but
Are you going to go PC
no,
route
I mean-
for Andromeda?
see, here's the thing. And I knew I was going to have to ask this question once I got my gaming PC, was that some games run fantastic on the PC, and some of these AAA console games are just like terrible ports on the PC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd love to play it on my PC. I bet it would look gorgeous on my
Gorgeous.
PC if it runs well. Yeah, I bet it'd just look absolutely beautiful. And I bet the loading times would be way better than they would be on Xbox. But I'm just, I'm going to wait to see. Hopefully, there'll be some sort of reviews out earlier that will say how it runs on PC. And if it runs well, then yeah, I'm definitely going PC with it. I've got the most tragic Shepherd story going right now too.
Oh, no.
I just finished one. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for this? So I decided
Well,
to
hold
go
up.
with.
Are we all
First of
good?
all, I went.
Does everyone play? Everyone's played Mass Effect, right?
I have
We've had
not.
years. Spoilers. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Spoilers
That's-
are.
all right. Just being safe.
This is
I'm
just
just
one
kidding,
spoiler.
sorry.
It's nothing.
Just being an asshole.
So
Yes.
for like, first of all, I'm going Fem Shep.
Great.
Oh, you went FemShep.
And
Okay.
yeah, and I named her Fem, so her name is Fem Shepherd.
Perfect.
Yeah, and much better voice actress, much better voice work.
Oh, yeah,
so
I'm
much
sure.
better. Oh my god, it's insane. It's like an actual other character instead of a guy who's like, "Tell me more about the Geth."
Instead of Marine.
That was a Friday. It was
464.
Memorial Day weekend. He's like, "Can we wrap this up?"
Yeah. But so for the background, I did like the colonist born, which is like you grew up on a colony until you were 14, and then it got attacked by slavers, and your whole family died, and everybody in the colony died.
Jesus.
Oh.
And it's like,
my.
oh Jesus. Yeah, and then for the military background, I went with Sole Survivor, which is like you were on a platoon, your whole platoon died, and you had to like Bear Grylls your way through like this horrible alien planet until you were rescued, and then like I made her fall in love with Caden, and then I killed Caden.
Nice.
Yeah, it is so.
I bet you killed
that's where I'm
people
at
on
right now,
Roller
and then-
Coaster Tycoon growing up too, all the time, didn't you?
Oh, it's a really tragic and compelling story. But you know what? I'm still going Paragon, so she's really fighting her way through the horrible challenges
She'll make it out.
that she has to face.
That
It's
you
great.
present
Yeah,
her
it's
with.
great. Yeah. Hey, sometimes the game presents me with it, Bowska.
All
Okay.
right, fair.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You need to play those games, dude. They're very, very
Yeah,
good.
dude. You need to play those. And not that you have to play them before Andromeda, but they're really good games that you should just play. They're like the Halo
Yeah, it
games.
took me-
I think anyone should play Halo, just because Halo is such a compelling, like, cool.
Yeah, Halo's a
story.
classic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It actually kind of surprised me how quickly I got through one.
Mhm.
I thought one was going to take me a lot longer, but I finished it in about 25 hours. I did most of the side
remember-
stuff too.
I remember that game, the first time I played through it, there was one area, it took me 3 days.
Whoa.
And I could not
Jesus.
figure out how to get by it, and I just couldn't. But going back now, it's like a boss that you get frustrated with and you stop playing because you can't beat him after like
Yeah.
4 hours. Then you come back to him the next day and you beat him in 5 minutes. It was like
Dark
that.
Souls.
Well, for me, it was always Novaria. Novaria was always such a hard planet because it had the Rachni and they like poison you. This time, yeah. This time, and then you had to fight Benezia at the end. But this time, I was like, no, I'm just gonna level up. I'm gonna do all the side shit before I even touch the main quest. And by the time I got to Novaria, I was just blowing through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Halo is why I'm primarily an Xbox guy. You know, when I got in at the 360, it's like the reason
Yeah,
why
me too.
you know you could go
Yep.
kind of PlayStation or 360, and it was like hands down no brainer because of Halo.
Oh yeah, Halo
Right.
3
I've
came
Halo's the
out
reason why I
right
got an
after
Xbox
the
One over PS4.
Xbox release, the 360 release.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been more attached until I played Mass Effect. There had never been a character of a video game franchise that I had been more attached to than the Master Chief and Cortana.
I remember
Master
when
Chief.
3 came out, we we went over to my friend Eric's house, and there was like 5 or 6 of us, and we played the Halo 3 multiplayer. I think we played High Ground from 7 at night till 7 in the morning straight. Like, God.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
no, we would do that
I-
several times during the summer, and it's like those are some of the best like gaming memories I have. Like Halo is just so nostalgic for me now.
I bought Crackdown so that I could play the Halo 3 beta.
Oh,
I paid
dude.
$60 for the Halo 3 beta. Actually, though, Crackdown was a great game, and it was a good purchase.
Yeah, it
but
was.
like, I bought that game specifically because they're like, yeah, you'll get to play the Halo 3 beta with it. And I had so much fun in that beta.
Nice.
I love it.
And in Halo 3, of course. Yeah. Yeah, so Mass Effect. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Breath of the Wild coverage.
Yeah,
Not
let's
too much.
talk
like,
about
I've
it.
pretty
oh,
much
yeah,
just
let's
watched.
talk about that.
Yeah.
I
I
watched.
Yeah,
haven't been
so I
watching
pretty
any
much-
of it.
I've just been
about
watching
your
like the
Dex?
same like hour of the game, which is like the first hour of the game. I watched a couple of the different outlets. Like I watched the Giant Bomb Quick Look, the Game Grumps. I've started playing it, which is a shame because I like watching the Game Grumps like play through a game. But I'm like, I can't watch them play after the first hour because I don't want to spoil that game for me.
Right.
Right.
So
I
Are
mean,
you, are you
I
still
knew.
kind of on the fence.
about getting a Switch.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get a Switch. I mean, I've been like that for a while. I just
Okay.
can't afford it right now, especially with Eric's wedding coming up and like looking for. I'm probably gonna have to pay 2 months of extra rent, so I'm just like,
Gotcha.
once I can afford it, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think I mentioned last time, like, if the price point, I was really hoping to be like a $250 base with the extra, and then you have to get the extra shit, and I might been able to do it then, but I gotta
Right.
wait right now. But honestly, I have never really gotten a lot of the Nintendo systems. I didn't have GameCube. I had the 64, but I didn't have GameCube or anything.
GameCube
But
was fantastic.
seeing this Breath of... Well, I
Oh,
mean, you know, I
so
regret
good.
it now in retrospect, obviously. But
Oh well, yeah.
seeing this Breath of the Wild footage makes me want to save up for it now.
I know. I would really love it. I mean, like, although I would suggest to the people who are just like, I just want to play Breath of the Wild. I don't want this for anything else. I would honestly say, I mean, if you're like nothing's gonna stop me from playing this game, and you don't care about the system, like, it would almost make more sense just to get a Wii U and Breath of the Wild for the Wii U.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. Like, I personally would not do it because I would want to, like, keep playing. I would just want to keep playing Nintendo games on the Switch. Like Mario Odyssey looks like it's gonna be fun.
Right.
Splatoon 2 looks like it's gonna be great. But like, if you literally just want Breath of the Wild, like your cheaper option is gonna be on the Wii U, and I've heard it doesn't run much worse.
Well,
on the Wii U than it does
I
on
don't
the
know.
Switch.
I've heard that on the Wii U, it just isn't quite as refined. I mean, obviously, as the Switch, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the Wii U only run in 720 and the Switch is 1080p?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I
I
mean,
heard
Switch
the
is 1080 on your TV.
900.
No, the Switch is 1080 if you're running it on your TV. If you're doing it handheld, it's 720.
yeah.
All right.
And I mean, okay, so
Oh,
today,
interesting.
right before this, I spent. I mean, because I'll get this eventually. I'll get the Switch eventually, and this game and whatnot. But I mean, for right now, I just kind of wanted to watch the game and see like how other people react to the controls and whatnot. And I watched probably like 2 or 3 hours, and so far it's like absolutely flawless. Except the only thing that really bugs me is like the stamina bar is like just off center slightly from like the crosshairs of the screen,
I know what you're
and
talking
it
about.
is like so obnoxious. Like, I don't get why they couldn't just put a stamina bar up in the left corner, like with the hearts and stuff or whatever. And it's just so distracting. And I think I could be wrong about this, but I think that the crosshairs for the bow and arrow are like mirrored on the other side, so it's not quite centered. And at first, when the guy got the bow, he was aiming with the stamina circle, because it you can barely see the crosshairs for the bow. And then I was like, wait a second, and then I finally put two and two together, and I was like, oh, this is dumb. But other than that, I've been seeing ratings that this is like the second best game of all time, right behind Ocarina of Time. As far as ratings go.
Yeah, which is that's people's first impressions, and I'm sure that I'm sure that it's a fantastic game, but I'm also sure that it's it's got a lot of hype right now.
There's hype, yeah. There's
Deserved, but I'm sure I'm sure a lot of those knee jerk best game of all time reactions are from a lot of that hype, but I'm sure also that it's a fantastic game. I mean, from what I've been seeing of it, it looks absolutely fantastic, and I've really have to hold myself back from getting a credit card and making a $350 purchase.
Right.
Well, I think the hype comes from it. It feels like a Zelda game, but it feels like a next generation Zelda game. But it doesn't feel like a separate thing.
I've heard that from people from reviews and stuff. I've heard that it feels more like the first Zelda, like Zelda on the NES, The Legend of Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
It's because it all the other Zeldas are very linear. This one, they just boot you out and they're like, just go.
I suppose.
And you have to explore. You have to figure out what you're gonna do.
Did you?
And that's what the first Zelda was.
Did you watch through the
just
shrine things? Have you seen those? You know
I
what those
watched
are about?
one of the shrines, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
so the
Yeah.
thing, another thing that I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but the way I'll try and keep spoilers to a minimum. But the way that you sort of tutorialize yourself to the game is by going to all these different shrines, and I've watched probably 10 of them. And they're cool. They're mini puzzle, mini dungeon stuff. But I just don't know because in classic Zelda games where it's you have to go, and I guess this sort of falls into them wanting it to be more open world, but you have to go to a temple, and then you get an item there, and then that's how you progress. Yeah, this is more you. The tutorial is just you continually going around to all these shrines, and I don't know. It was a different take on it. I guess if I'm playing it myself, I probably would feel better about it, but
I feel like there are still temples, though, aren't there?
Yeah, so
eventually.
the way that I've heard it is that there's a handful of big temples, and that there are more temples that will be coming in via DLC.
Oh. I don't know how I
Yeah,
feel
I
about
think-
that.
Well,
I don't wanna
okay,
wait
no.
for more of the game.
There, yeah, no, I know that the second DLC, I think, I can't remember. I know. Let me take a look at this right now. Because I remember Giant Bomb talking about their DLC,
Right.
and apparently, like some of it sounds pretty great, but some of it doesn't.
Yeah,
As long as
I
it's
think
not
one of the
the,
DLC is like purely a map upgrade. Like there's, or maybe not.
No,
purely.
it's not just a math. It's like,
we
gosh,
need
I'm trying to
we
find it.
need
You guys-
the info, Perp.
Yeah, keep talking. I'll
This
find the DLC.
This
Well,
is
Zach,
what we get for
give-
talking about a game that nobody owns or has personally
Right.
played.
Yeah.
Also,
I
I
give
think
it a
you can
3.
only buy. You have to. You have to get the season pass for the DLC. But hold on. Okay.
Oh.
Well, the way it was
Just
put to
for
me,
right now.
Bowska, was that the shrines serve more as like a break from the fighting in the overworld. So it's
Okay,
like
I
you
found it.
explore in the overworld and kind of beat the shit out of
Yeah.
things, and then go to shrines as like little puzzle breaks. But I don't know if that really
Kind of.
sounds like good flow to me.
No, so the way it is you start off on the Great Plateau, which is the Temple of Time and all that stuff. Like it's basically just like an isolated mountain, I guess. And you can't get off of it until you go to 4 shrines and do all these puzzles, and that's how you get like the magnetic ability, the freezing the water ability, and all this stuff. But then you have to keep going after that. Yeah, you're exploring, but they give you objectives. Like your next objective is to go to this shrine over here, and then like you pass through a village on the way, or you fight bad guys. But ultimately, your main objective so far, I mean, like I said, I'm only 3 hours into watching this like Let's Play, but you're basically going from shrine to shrine, and I mean, there's big like sort of mini bosses just out in the open, and this guy like he's like 3 hours in, he's probably like 10 shrines in, and he still is only at 3 hearts, because like the way to get more hearts is to do more shrines, and you have to choose between upgrading your stamina or your HP. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's I don't know.
But
Again,
that's an adventure game, man.
Right.
You gotta choose.
right, exactly.
I found that season pass stuff too.
Okay.
If you guys want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have to get the season pass, I think, to get the DLC packs. I
Boo.
think, from what I
on
remember.
that.
So the first one that you get for the season pass is a launch one. It's 3 new treasure chests. One found in the Great Plateau. 3 new treasure chests found in the Great Plateau. One contains useful items, or they contain useful items, includes exclusive in-game clothing, and I think like one of them is literally like a Switch T-shirt.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Yeah, right. I know, just silly stuff like that. DLC Pack 1, which doesn't really sound like anything special, is coming out in summer 2017. It adds a new Cave of Trials challenge, a new hard mode, and an additional map feature, whatever that means. And the DLC Pack 2, though, which is coming in holiday 2017, that is a new original story, new dungeon, and additional challenges. So that's what you get for the $20.
Man.
But it's only $20.
season pass.
Like
Yeah,
That's
I was
not too
gonna
much.
say, that
totally
sounds
reasonable. That's
super
not
reasonable.
like
Yeah.
it's not like Bethesda games where you pay $60 for the base vanilla game, and then like either $60 more for the bundled season pass, or like $20 individual for the DLCs, and then on top of that you have like optional in-game purchases and blah blah blah. Like
I feel like it's one of those things where I probably wouldn't get it until the holiday, like until the second DLC.
Yeah.
pack came out.
yeah,
Until it was worth it.
And because think about it, like you say that $20 isn't that insane, but I mean if you look at what you're paying for with the $20, I mean the DLC pack
True.
is not the first one.
True.
Is nothing. I mean it's just a hard mode and like a trials cave, which is like what is that? Probably just like taking on waves of enemies, like a horde mode kind of thing.
Right.
Maybe. I mean that's just me speculating, but
See,
I mean the DLC pack 2 is like really the only expansion pack. It looks like.
yeah, and I've been so jaded playing the Witcher games because the DLCs for those are like maybe
So good.
$30, 20, 15, whatever. And like the DLC, one of the DLCs for Witcher 3, I think it was Blood and Wine. that one was the size of The Witcher 2 itself, and it's like for $15 you're getting a whole another game. And so I guess I'm a little jaded with those DLCs, and looking at hearing that stuff.
Do you know? Here's a little fun fact. Do you know why The Witcher was so huge and dense, and they could do all this, they could keep adding these DLCs for a cheaper price and all this stuff?
Because CD Projekt Red is an independent company, isn't it?
No, well, because CD Projekt Red is a Polish company.
Oh, yeah.
And so the cost to make a game is much less. It costs much less in Poland because labor costs are a lot less, and the value of it's all a lot less in Poland. So they could do a lot more with a lot less money.
Yeah,
which is really interesting.
Cool.
I think the worst season pass experience I've had was I bought Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition, and I assumed that all the map packs were going to be DLCs, and then I learned I should have just done the research, but I learned that they were going to release them for free.
Wait, are they not?
No, they're going to release them for free.
Oh yeah, they're going to release them for free.
But then so the Ultimate Edition was only weapon skins and character skins, and then you get a week early access to the free maps.
3 days.
And when I learned that, I was like, no.
3 days.
I was so mad.
You got 3 days early access.
It was worth it, Hampy.
Yeah.
Here's a
I
little.
I should have paid $60.
Here's a little advice for our handful of listeners: never get the Ultimate Edition ever. Just don't do it.
It's so bad.
Don't do it.
Hampy,
It's such a
never
racket.
get the Ultimate Edition.
Don't do it
I'm
until
sorry to-
I'm glad I did it for Dark Souls.
Don't do
Yeah,
it until the
that's fair.
game's
Fair enough.
5 years old and you can get it in the clearance aisle at Walmart, where it's
Yeah.
Ultimate Fallout New
Yeah.
Vegas Ultimate Edition for $5.
Hashtag battle.
Oh,
Hell
Hell
yeah.
Actually, do you guys want to hear some horseshit about Mass Effect on the PC? And since I've been doing it on Origin,
Sure.
so
What?
you can't import your Mass Effect 1 character to Mass Effect 2 from Origin.
Because
But
Origin
you
blows.
can. Yes, because Origin just fucking sucks. But you have to do their, I can't remember even what it's called, but it's you start Mass Effect 2 by watching this comic book where you just make all the choices that you made in the first game, and it's essentially the same thing as importing your character. But no, that's not even the worst part.
Uh-oh.
So this comic book is paid DLC. And I bought the Mass Effect bundle from Origin. I got 1, 2, and 3 in a bundle.
Oh god.
And this is paid DLC. And it did not come with that bundle. So I bought the 3 games together. And the whole thing of the games is take your character from the first to the third. And all your choices and decisions will be carried through. Except you had to fucking buy the comic book pack.
Oh,
it was only
Jesus.
$5. But the principle of the matter, I mean, I was like, are you fucking serious? I have to buy this thing?
Yeah, that's just $5 more they're pulling from you,
Yeah.
Barfy.
So,
Well, for the
anybody
sake
have
of
any more
time
video
here.
game stuff to talk about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
your
do,
hamster?
actually. Yeah. Well, first of
Yeah, you
all,
guys
I
been
started.
quiet, sorry.
I bought Unravel,
Oh yeah, you were
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
How was it?
which I'm really enjoying. Hampy, I haven't finished it yet. Hampy bought it too. I mean, it was $5. It was $5 because all the EA games were on sale. Battlefield 1 went on sale again, purple.
Well, I mean,
for fuck's sake.
for a
I know,
baseline price of $15, even that was
No. I mean, it was.
nothing.
Yeah, I mean, $5. It was. I was like, I mean, I've heard so many good things about this game, and the soundtrack is
So good.
gorgeous.
It's
the most beautiful, relaxing, but gives it the right amount of stress when you need to have a little stress in your life
Right.
in the game. But
So tell me
Oh,
what
my
level
goodness.
are you on so far?
I just finished the train track level.
Oh,
So,
okay.
the level that I'm in is the hazardous waste kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Okay, I was hoping you had gotten to that. That level, once it starts getting
I
into
haven't
the
finished it
dark
yet.
territory, I mean, obviously the game, as you progress, it gets a slightly more and more darker tone, and then
Oh yeah.
the ending is just, you'll love it. But, god damn, that game makes me just want to go sit down and burn through it again. It's only
Yeah,
I think
it's-
each level maybe takes you like what 30, 40 minutes.
Well, it depends on how closely you're making sure you're looking at the puzzles.
Very true.
Because I mean, there was some spots where it took me a little bit longer because I was like, well, how am I supposed to make this work, and like how do I swing from this and get this thing up here with me, and like where do I tie?
Right.
And they put a lot of trick like tying locations in there to
they
really
do.
mess with you.
Yep.
Which sucks. But I mean, it doesn't suck. Like it keeps you engaged. But no, I'm really, and the graphics for being literally is a 3.8 gigabyte game. Oh my goodness, it is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick this up.
Nice.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, actually, I haven't played it, but I've seen a couple of videos of it. If you're looking for like a story-based game, I've heard like Night in the Woods looks really solid in terms of story. It's just like a little like 2D made by this animator, and it's a lot of like reading, and it's just like a lot of the story looks really, really cool and really fun.
I actually
Sweet.
haven't heard too much about that
like
game.
talking
So
about
I'll have
smaller
to-
indie
what is
games.
it? Say it again.
It's called I think it's called Night in the Woods.
Night in the
I
Woods.
believe.
Okay, interesting.
Let me double check. Let me make sure.
Well, while you're looking
I am
at that,
correct
can
in
we
that.
also have you guys?
Yeah,
did
Night
you
in the
guys all
Woods.
see the Xbox Game Pass thing?
No.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
What's
God, that was like the day after we recorded our podcast.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we should talk
that news
about
came
this.
out.
Yeah, so for those of you that, like you guys that if you didn't see, basically it's like a Netflix subscription, but for games, and it's like a library of 100 or so games that's ever fluctuating and ever changing, with some games that last and they're longer than others, but it changes out some games. And like some of the ones just on the clip art the icon art were like Halo 5 and Saints Row.
Yeah, I've got the article up right now. So, yeah, I think it said it's gonna have 100 games right away.
About ish, yeah, 100
10
games at
yeah.
launch is the plan.
Yeah, no, yeah. It says for that price you get an access of catalog of 100 games. See all the confirmed titles here. Okay, it's $10 a month.
Oh, they confirmed the titles?
titles. No, well, these are all the confirmed titles, not all of the titles. So they've got just this rundown
gotcha.
list. It's
Okay.
It's Fable 3, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Halo 5 Guardians, Lego Batman, Mad Max, Mega Man Legacy Collection, NBA 2K16, Payday 2, Saints Row the 4th Re-Elected, Soul Calibur 2, and Tekken Tag Tournament. So those are like some alright games.
Yeah, some
bad.
decent
And,
games, especially because I've been wanting to buy Halo 5 again.
Yeah, and unlike PlayStation Now, it's not a streaming service. It's you download it to your Xbox.
Yep, which is cool.
Yeah, and you get it. You can play it offline for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And you can play it. I mean, you can play it online as long as it's like hooked up. You know, as long as it's still offered on the Game Pass. And yeah, it does kind of suck if you are one of those unfortunate few with a data cap like I am right now with Comcast.
Oh, fuck
Because you know, if
Comcast.
you're downloading these huge, fucking like Halo 5 Guardians is like a 70 gigabyte game. That's like
Easily.
almost a tenth of your. That's almost a
Easily.
tenth of your data cap right there.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you know, it's a cool sounding service, and I'm interested to see the more games that they put on there. I'm sure all Microsoft like published titles will probably be on there. I mean, at least older ones. Yeah.
And
It's
they had to
interesting.
put something in there like Halo 5 to get you right away.
Right.
It seems
You know
cool.
that Halo 5 multiplayer is free on PC now.
Oh yeah.
But I
think it's
don't
free
run it on my
PC.
PC. And I just wiped my entire Windows partition from my Mac.
Oh.
What are you saying, Hampy?
It seems cool. It's a reasonable price point. It will just entirely depend on the catalog, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dylan, I'll just mail you my copy, like my physical copy of Halo 5 for Xbox. Like I don't even play it anymore. So.
Well, I'll just grab it from you next time I'm in Duluth,
Oh,
which should
perfect.
be relatively soon, hopefully.
Cool. Well, anything else to talk about with video games?
I think that's it.
I mean, I've been
Battlefield
playing
1's great.
I'm playing a shit ton of For Honor, dude. I'm loving that game.
Hell yeah.
I'm second prestige on my
I gotta hop back
Warden.
on.
Fuck.
I mean, admittedly, I've only told Dylan I did.
Let's hear it. Tell us.
purchase,
Come on. You know it.
The gold edition. upon
He did.
release.
Attaboy.
So I had 37 days of champion status, which gives me more XP. But fucking. Well, the thing is there was this problem.
Guy.
Well, I mean, I haven't like bought Steel, but I do get an XP boost. But it also came with a season pass, so I'll get the new heroes. But fucking, they had this bug where you would buy the gold edition and not get the deluxe shit, so you wouldn't get your champion status, your boost, or like your salvage packs or whatever. So I had to sit. I opened a ticket on support, and then like 10 days later, I had to sit in a chat and be like, can you give me the things that I paid for? And they're like, sure, if you screenshot this email. And I'm like, what about that one I already sent you? They're like, fuck you. Give us this other one. So I had to go through those hoops. Right,
kind of
right.
sounded
I had to
like
go through
iced
those
tea.
hoops. Did I pull it off?
Fuck you, man.
And... But I finally got... But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the game. I've kind of taken a hiatus from Dark Souls because of it. I just always feel like... hopping in For Honor. Now that I've figured out the systems, the technicality of it all is so invigorating. And you do get those nerds that are like always going for the environmental kills, which me and Dylan have encountered. But we had that great fight against Kensei that was just like, heart pounding.
Yeah, he like
action.
wouldn't let us. Like he refused to fight on the bridge to kind of avoid getting thrown off the bridge and just to have the one-on-one feeling of it, which was a cool thing. But then the next game we played, his buddy changed to the fucking whatever he changed to and threw both of us off the ledge, and we quit immediately.
Well, and it's we've gained enough experience with it where it feels like we're making moves like a chess match or like a instead of just like button mashing. Yeah. So now it's like it feels like the game that it feels the way it's meant to feel. So it feels. I love it.
Oh, I have to hook my Xbox back up. I haven't done that since I come back from my parents' house.
Get it done
on that.
I told some of the guys on here before we started the podcast, but I did a calculation of how many hours I spent in World of Warcraft.
Let's hear it.
In consecutive time, I cataloged about 4 1/3 months of playtime.
Oh my
Christ, man.
God.
Well, that's like without sleep breaks.
Yeah, that's if I played it straight through.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh wow.
So you could say it's like essentially like if you took like bathroom breaks, food breaks, and sleep breaks into account. That's like if you woke up every day for 8 months and just played World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
for
just about.
8 months.
Just about.
You know what? I remember I played a shit ton of Cataclysm, and I got really into arenas PvP, and I was playing a Rhett Pally. So he's kind of like a hybrid, like decent heals and decent damage. And I ended up just being like randomly thrown in with this guy who was like, hey, add me on Skype and we'll keep playing. And I was like, fuck it. I did it. And he started like showing me the ropes, but it was this 40-year-old dude been playing World of Warcraft like since vanilla. And he would be on Skype. And first of all, we would go in the arena, and I would make a mistake. He would lose his fucking mind. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Just screaming. And then afterwards, he'd be like, so here's what you did wrong. And he would just lay it down. But there was one time where, I don't know if it was his ex-wife or something, came in while we're playing, and he starts having this heated argument over, like, a custody battle while we're fighting PvP arenas in World of Warcraft. God. And then I hear the whole dialogue, and then he comes back and never acknowledges it.
Oh my God.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Oh my God. It's funny that we're talking about WoW because for those listeners at home, a little behind the scenes action, we're using Ventrilo tonight instead of Facebook chat, which we used last week, which wasn't wise.
Oh God.
And
it's not wise.
No.
So frustrating.
These in my WoW days, I mostly played during Burning Crusade, but I played through Burning Crusade, and then also mostly during Wrath of the Lich King. That's when I would be doing all my raiding and stuff. And I was in a raiding guild, and
there's
so
LJ.
We would use Ventrilo.
Yep, there's LJ.
And,
she's dying.
That's the lucky lady that's marrying the Mitchie.
yeah,
she's currently getting her
Perfect for
butt
each
kicked
other.
by the Sentinels.
I am not. I just beat them. I mean, another...
Oh, I'm very excited for the listeners
Mitch,
at
are
home
you
to
telling me
hear
that you're
from
not
LJ.
in a soundproof room right now by yourself?
My room is the opposite of soundproof. My room is
broken. You've broken our contract agreement, and I'm gonna have to ask you to turn your gun in back.
The contract agreement. Who
You
signed
can
a
take my
contract?
badge.
I didn't sign a
You never take my
contract.
gun.
Yeah.
God damn it, you're a loose
Speaking
cannon,
of-
Mitch.
No, but yeah, no, but we would raid and we would use ventrilo. So like all these ventrilo noises that I've been hearing tonight of like people leaving and joining, like just
Yeah,
like,
now in the
nostalgia.
Like when you
Bowska group, I keep getting dropped this time. Probably because it's like
Yeah.
hosting from Minnesota, right? So I'm kind of the
Yeah.
outlier that's trying to connect
yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
But speaking of
I've
WoW,
got the
reminds
best-
me of my freaking like hardest gaming rage I've ever felt. Is I was in a 2v2 arena with a Rep Pally, and I was on the other team was a Blood TK, so we both have the ability to like heal and deal damage. And so both of our teammates die, and me and this dude are in a 1v1 for literally 15 minutes. Now, imagine 2v2 arena, typically 2 minutes or less, right? The fights are like 2 minutes or less a maximum. 15 minutes, you guys. We are just dueling, and I have the prescription for death. I finally have him at like 10% health. All my cooldowns are about to come off. The servers shut down for maintenance. Everyone gets kicked.
Oh, no.
The worst part is our buddy, our buddy Dan Marta was in Blizzard. So he saw me like in the friends list. Like, this dude has been in the same arena for way too long. So when he sees me go offline and log back in, he just sends win ? I had to call him on the phone, gentlemen. I had to call him on the. I'm gonna heat it now just thinking about it. I have never been so.
funny.
You guys
Oh
have
my
heard me
God.
angry at games. I've never
Oh,
been
yeah.
so angry.
And
funny.
and
Did
to
you-
Dan
did his
Marta
username
of all
rematch
people
a bunch
too.
at work?
Like I
Yeah.
can just imagine him
Yeah.
laughing his ass off while you're venting,
Yeah.
just further stoking
Actually,
the flames.
Yeah.
I actually see Dan Marta quite a bit at work because he works at one of the places that I deliver to a lot,
Awesome.
which is really funny. Yeah,
He's
like
getting
I was just
ma-
there one
uh,
day and he's just like,
He did get married, right?
he's getting married this
No,
No,
summer.
not
August he
married
will.
yet.
August he will. And also
Yeah.
at Jacob Fazio's wedding, he'll be there.
Yeah.
Another actor, college buddy of ours. I did want to mention, not thinking of those
Everybody's
two.
getting married.
Part of my gaming, I did get back into Magic the Gathering.
Ooh,
Because they
baby.
do have
Yeah.
their online platform, so my work schedule has not allowed me to like play in my local game store. So I've been on that even less sociable train of playing the online version. But I've been doing a bunch of booster drop because I sold my collection. I used to play semi-competitively, like in Minnesota.
Wait. You sold your like physical collection?
Yeah, like right after school I
Most
did,
of
and
it.
again before I moved to New York I did, and now I have like a
Oh.
commander deck still, so I put part of it back into a commander deck.
We
But,
we were
yeah,
talking
I
about
sold- I
this the
sold
other
most of
day.
it.
We were talking about this the
Yeah.
other day. One of my first memories of you, Hampy, or being over at the Glen 12, which was your college
Oh
house,
no!
was walking into the basement where you guys had your basement was a remodeled in the 70s like shag pad
yeah.
bar and
Orange.
yeah
carpet.
orange shag
All of
carpet,
the orange.
the like wood panel
There's a gun
bar.
cabinet. There's like
Yeah,
a
the gun
glass
cabinet.
paneled gun cabinet.
Yep. And then
What a
when
glorious
I walked
place.
down, you guys had, was it a pool table that was down there?
I think we had a pool
happened
table for a
with
while.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had
Just
a pool
littered.
table.
This night.
It was, well, your pool table was being leveled off by a shit ton of UMD production scripts that the bunch of you had all pitched in, because I have Jim Goodman's copy of Patent Leather Shoes. Do patent
No
leather shoes
way.
really reflect up? Yes, yep.
You
I
know
have
what?
It.
Patent Leather Shoes was fun because there was like the rock contemporary show that everyone wanted to be in, and everyone's like, what the fuck is Patent Leather Shoes? The other one was a shit show, and Patent Leather Shoes was a fucking blast.
I
the
loved
best.
it
Yeah,
because I was
actually, you guys-
Catholic, or I am Catholic, I should say.
Yeah,
so the
same,
entire
same.
time I was laughing my ass off. It was so spot
Fun
on.
fact. That was the first show that I ever. That show I was a dresser. That was the first time I ever met the hamster.
First
Yeah,
Hampy
we can
show
have
I
a little-
saw was
Yeah.
what was Laramie Project? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that was good. That was good.
Yeah. Well, with Patent Leather Shoes, it's just really funny because I was a freshman. And this is my first semester. Hampy was a junior. I want to say, yeah, he was
I
a
think
junior.
I was junior. Yeah.
And he's the lead in this show.
Every
and I'm just
show.
a lowly dresser.
Every show.
And I had to quick change Hampy like 30 times including one time where I had to change him from like a school uniform to like a tux
At the very end,
for the wedding.
because there's like
Yeah,
the
at the very end.
I'm getting married. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so I guess for those listening, it's there's a story where there's like he goes from very little childhood till being married. So like it's an adult actor who's playing like that's kind of the joke. And there's that scene change from the school uniform into the wedding, like literally almost impossible. But you made it happen, Purple. And then I just come out
so
there
there
like,
was
thank God. Okay.
Yeah. So me and my other dresser Corey, we fucked up. I mean, because we're not trained.
Who we
in
need to
this.
give a
We're just
title to, by the
freshmen.
way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're just fucking. Yeah.
Our one emailer. That's right, Corey Peck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey.
Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah.
We'll
So,
get there. Yeah.
Yeah, we fucked up a lot. Because we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We're not, like my
I just
mentor
thought it
was
was
just like,
funny,
be a
I'm
dresser, it'll
pretty
be
sure.
easier. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure, like, that first tech rehearsal, we kept, like, me and him personally kept everybody there for at least an hour and a half longer. Because we couldn't get the changes done.
Oh, yeah.
So I just remember being, like, so, like, not, like, timid, but just, like, so, like, I'm walking on thin ice with this guy, with this Aaron Miller guy.
With me?
Because every time I have to... Yeah, because, like, every time I fuck up his quick change, he just gets more mad.
Oh.
Was I
And,
getting
this is
mad?
my first impression. No, I don't think you were getting mad.
Okay,
but,
I was
you know,
gonna say
that's
it's
how
like
my
hard
mom
to
was.
be. It's hard to be on bad terms
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah, well, because
You gotta work for
I was
that.
like, this is my... Yeah, it's like, this is how I meet everybody, all the upperclassmen, and every time I fuck up, they just hate me more.
No.
Oh.
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I know.
I love you.
Then everybody loved me, and that's why I'm recording this podcast.
Anyways, what I was getting at with the
Sorry,
basement
yeah, sorry,
was that when I walked down into
Oh,
your
God,
basement,
yeah.
you guys, I bet you had about 10,000 Magic the Gathering cards,
gotta
all
be.
sorted. You had it all, like, it was like walking into the Library of Congress of Magic the Gathering cards. And it was, I don't know, was that, like, all of yours between, like, the 3 or 4 roommates you had?
Yeah, I think there was like Fuzz and Dan and me.
Jeez. Yeah, and
I
I
guess
just
to
remember
give you
walking
an
down
idea-
there, and I was like, "Oh fuck, what am I getting into?" But you guys are fucking.
Yeah,
awesome.
I think there's like maybe 3 times in my life where I've sold my collection. Like I've sold, got back into it, sold, got back into it. And in total, I've probably sold my stuff for almost $3,000, and that's probably like less than a third of what. Now, granted, I've been playing since I was like 11 years old, so this is over many,
Right.
many years. But still, like that's probably less than a third of what I've actually spent on these goddamn things.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Jeez.
That's insane.
Well, that is
And-
our magic corner.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
I don't know if you
have a
remember
story
we
I'll
talked
save
about
for next
magic
time. It was a
last-
Craigslist story where. Okay,
Oh,
fuck
God.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell it.
we'll do a.
No, real quick,
Yeah,
real
tell
quick.
it.
My first Craigslist experience was me selling this Magic collection to this guy in Lakeville, Minnesota. He asked to meet me at the McStop, which is a truck stop with a McDonald's attached to it.
Oh,
And so
cool.
I'm sitting there
I
with my
actually know the
Magic
one you're
cards.
talking about.
Yeah. And I go
Yeah.
in there, and it's this like. I there's a lot of great respectable Magic players, but all I'm going to say is he looked like a Magic player. Okay. And he comes in with this blonde bombshell Russian wife,
Oh, Jesus.
and I'm like, how? I mean, there's some assumptions that can be made. I'm just going to leave it ambiguous, but she was in on Magic. She like was asking about the cards, and so we're having a good chat about Magic the Gathering. He finally told us up the value. She herself pulls out this wad of cash, starts counting it in Russian, just a wad, like $1,000 some in cash in a McDonald's in Russian, and goes, "Oh, sorry, 1, 2," starts counting English, and I'm just like, what the fuck is
Jesus.
happening? People are walking by with their McNuggets, looking over, just seeing these pink-sleeved pieces of cardboard and a stack of money next
She's
to them.
counting
In a Lakeville
to
truck
1,000
stop.
in
In a
increments
Lakeville
of
truck
one.
stop.
That was her first mistake, Russian lady.
Right. And so I threw them all into my shitty like little cardboard card holder and went immediately to the bank. And so I roll up with this box of cash, and he kind of gives me a weird look. I was like, this was full of cards earlier. Anyway, I'm
now
done.
drug dealer.
Yeah.
You had like the
cool.
fucking like attach case handcuffed to your arm, and you
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
in all like you have a keeper that unlocks it for you, and
Well, Not that I couldn't hear Hampy's magic stories for hours on end, because I certainly could. But I think for the sake of time,
let's move on.
should we move on? Yeah, no problem. Should we move on to movies?
Yeah. Who saw Logan? Somebody
Yeah.
said they saw Logan.
I did.
You did.
Yeah,
Did you?
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, I
Careful.
me and,
I'm going to see that movie.
I have
yeah,
also
me
not
and
seen
me
it.
and Paul. Me and Paul went to it today. We went and saw it at the St. Anthony Main, which, if anybody is
such a cool
living
theater.
in Minneapolis, great theater to go to. Absolutely. I mean, if you have a student ID, $6 tickets always, $5 on Tuesday, $6 matinees. Great theater, and like the concessions are really cheap. Love that theater. So Logan, I have a bit of a bone to pick. Tiny bit of a bone to pick. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely. I would say it's a film to go see. I did not like the last quarter of that film.
No. That sucks.
Yeah. Just to like stray away from spoilers. The first 3/4 of that film, are just very contained, and they're very intimate, and it's so much about character and Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman do a fantastic job. And then the last quarter of that film is a comic book movie. You know, it's a superhero movie, and it's interesting because, and this isn't giving too much away. Don't worry. They're like throughout the film, there's actually like X-Men comic books in the film that the girl reads, and at one point Hugh Jackman's like, this isn't like those comic books. Those are lies. Those are just something that we did that, and then somebody made up lies about them later. But then the movie becomes those comic books at the end,
Sure.
and I'm like, oh man, yeah. So that's what I thought. I think it's worth it to go see it for those first 3/4 though, because there are some fantastic moments, and it's funny because while I was watching it, there would be these action sequences, and I'm like, I am more interested in these dialogue sequences. I'm more interested in hearing these characters interact with each other, because that's something that we don't really get often in comic book movies and in superhero movies. We don't. That's why I'm not really very drawn to the Avengers movies, is because I never really feel like any of those characters are like breathe at all. It's all so fast and quick, and I just want a moment to really feel these people breathe. And I feel like there was a lot of that at the beginning of the movie, but then they kind of like slipped back into the norm at the end. And you know, a lot of the way that this movie was marketed, and a lot of the way that this movie was presented, and the way that's presented at the beginning is that like it is like, it's like, no, this is breaking the mold. It's not it's not a superhero movie. It's not about somebody going and, you know, like beating up a bunch of dudes and saving the world. It's about these people, and
Right.
it was that for a while, and then it was not at the end. I feel like they kind of fell back into like, well, now we have to have our big climax, and yeah, but it is it's I still think it was a really solid film. I think it was probably the best superhero film I've seen in a long time. I think it's Hugh Jackman's best performance as Wolverine. I think it's Patrick Stewart's best performance as Professor X. There's some really, really, really great moments between the two of them. The way that Patrick Stewart is introduced is just fantastic and heartbreaking and awesome. It's like a road trip movie too, which is great because I love road trip movies. So yeah, like it's good. It's good. It's
Cool.
not the end all be all of films. I would say that I actually like Days of Future Past better if we're talking about X-Men movies.
Sure.
But and this is another thing that I was thinking when I was leaving the theater, was that I feel like a lot of the heavier stuff fell kind of flat for me. just
Okay.
simply because with the X-Men franchise, it's there's now so many different like universes and worlds, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, Professor X died like 3 times, you know, like
Yeah.
you've got Stewart and McAvoy, you've got McKellen, and like you
other
don't know.
guy.
So when I was watching Logan, shut up, Bowser.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm you this week. I've had a couple.
Yeah. No. worries.
So when I was watching it,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, so is this the same Professor X that was in Days of Future Past that did all that stuff? Is it a different Professor X? Are these the same people that like went through all the Future Past? Is this the same people that went through X-Men 1, 2, and 3? I can't tell where they are in like what timeline, and that's why some of this stuff just like didn't really land for me emotionally, because I was like,
Mhm.
okay, well, like that happened in this world, but what about the other one?
So
Yeah, the
and that
X-Men
could just be
timeline has been
me
so
being
convoluted.
dumb.
yeah, and so my
Yeah,
question is, do
and-
you think it's time to just kill the franchise for now? Like,
No,
no,
no. In fact, at the end of this film, they're very much like, this is what we're going to be doing going forward.
Interesting.
I'm just so. I
And
said
I
this
think,
last
like, I
week,
mean-
but I'm so done with superhero movies.
Yeah. I kind of get that.
I've always
sentiment.
been drawn to the. Yeah, no, I do. I understand that. I've always been drawn to X-Men though, because they've not necessarily been like, it's not really about them like being superheroes. It's about them being like second-class citizens or like hunted people,
Sure.
like people who are, and that's like that's a lot more interesting. And this movie succeeds when it talks about that, and it fails when it's a superhero movie. And that's my Logan in a nutshell, without
Cool.
trying to get too specific about plot points and stuff.
Well, I think we
Nice.
can definitely have a spoiler cast once the rest of us see it this week and really get deep in there.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Does that sound feasible to everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like a short
I'm hoping
little-
I have a chance. I should have a chance to see it. Hopefully.
Awesome.
I also really, there was a trailer for Get Out
Mhm.
before it, and now I really want to see that movie. Me and Paul were thinking about doing a double feature today, but I was like, I don't know if I can sit through 2 movies.
That's a little
But-
much.
Get Out looks really good, so I
Hell
think
yeah.
that's gonna be the next one I go see.
So,
More superhero movie stuff, real quick. Deadpool 2.
What?
Oh,
When
yeah?
did-
Yes.
Did they
Yep.
announce that or?
The teaser dropped.
There's a teaser up
today.
Yeah, they've been playing it
Yesterday?
before Logan.
Oh,
it
a
leaked.
couple days ago when Logan. So
Well,
at least
it
when
leaked,
Logan
quote
dropped.
unquote. Yeah, when Logan came out, they started playing in theaters.
Yeah.
The first one that I saw was like a dude who took a cell phone video of it.
Mhm.
But there's like a full. They did like an actual.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's on
internet release the next
Facebook
day.
now. I've seen it,
It's very funny.
like high quality. Oh yeah, it's really good. And like
it's great stuff.
he's outside of a theater playing Logan, which I think is super
Mhm.
funny.
So good. Worth
Yeah,
the
I
watch.
recommend
Yeah,
checking
there's
that
a
out.
shtick.
It looks
I
really
don't-
good.
Yeah, the shtick is really good, and it looks solid. I mean, yeah, Deadpool's a fun movie.
I mean, it doesn't
Awesome.
give us anything like what it's gonna be.
Yeah. It's not very substantial, but
No, yeah, it doesn't do any like plot kind of stuff.
Yeah.
well, do you think we should
Um,
should we hop and read our email of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
As we
I
wrap
should
this up?
probably open up that. Yeah, let me open up that page so I can read along. Ah, fuck it. I'm just read it.
Here, I'm pulling it up here.
Read it to me.
Oh my god.
I
Or
believe in
somebody.
Oh
you.
my god.
Sorry-
I've got it on
sorry
my
that I just
phone
kinda
right
dominated
here.
the
If
movie
you want
conversation.
me to just ramble it off here.
Yeah, whoever wants to read
Okay.
it.
Which one do we want to
Yeah,
read?
I was gonna say Corey sent us our good friend Corey sent us 3 emails last week. The first one was titled "How Dare." Apparently, Corey, you are a huge Neil LaBute fan. Because he said Neil LaBute is
really
one of
is.
the
Oh, God, I knew
most
it.
influential writers of all time, bar some. So there's no arguing with you there, Corey. He also sent us a whole email, which is a quote from
About the
one
history of Darth Plagueis.
one of the prequels, where
Yes! Yes!
the
Oh, God.
history of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I need to read that out loud because
No,
I
I
just
didn't read that one.
I just try to cut out any sort of scenes with Hayden Christensen in them, even. So we'll just avoid that one. But he did email us a third time and said, as of now, he is the first person to subscribe to our podcast, and as such, he believes that he should be compensated. All he wishes is to have a title to call his own. Bring him this title, and he shall consider the score to be even. You have the honor to be my obedient servant, C. Peck. So we're gonna have to come up with a
C.
nickname for
Peck.
the
There's
C.
a
Dot.
Yeah,
pick there.
well-
C. Peck.
The first thing I want to say to Corey Peck is, like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking a egregious amount of time of your day
chunk
to
of
listen
time.
to
A hot
us
minute.
about
And subscribing
nothing.
to our YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean, that honestly means a lot. I honestly think I am ready to call him Lord Commander.
Lord
Ooh.
Commander Corey
Oh,
Peck.
Lord
Yeah,
Commander.
I mean, if we ever got, like,
I am but a
decent number,
pawn.
I mean, of people listening, I mean, he would be the Lord Commander of listeners.
Well, I think
you
that
know?
means, as Lord Commander, he has an obligation to send us an email every week so we can hear what the Lord Commander has to say.
we can at least
Joke's
get
on
one.
you, buddy.
So he can be.
So what you
he
get,
can become
Corey.
This
known.
podcast isn't. Yeah, so this podcast isn't too depressing at the email section.
Oh, excuse my coughing this week, by the way. I know that's incessant, but
You
I
good,
can't
baby.
do it, so,
Yeah, you're
All right,
horrible,
all
so
right.
it's fine.
you know.
So, Lord
Mixed
Commander Corey
responses?
Peck, you're going to have to
Ooh.
let us know what you think of what we were talking about this week. I'd really like to hear your opinion
if you have
on
the
Breath
patience.
of the Wild, because I know you have one.
Oh, he does. Sweet.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet already, please do. We had, as of now, like 50 views for last week, which who knows if those are bots or anything, or if people are actually
It was
listening.
at least
our
6
Or
friends.
who
them
knows
me.
who, like, actually watched the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
What's
Like
our
I said,
retention
it's
rate?
nice.
What's our
It's-
retention rate look like?
We'll
Something
see after
we can
this
talk
week.
about later.
No, like, if you do listen, though, thank you for listening. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not here to try and get a bunch of people listen. We're just a couple friends trying to keep up throughout the week, and it's nice to be able to talk to each other and, so, yeah.
Hold shit about each
and
other's
thanks for
heads when
listening.
they
If you
say it unedited on podcast.
Yeah, right.
This is great.
So yeah, and if you are like one of the 4 people listening and you want to chime in and about whatever we've talked about today or last week or any of our future shows, you can
Yeah,
send
just,
us an email.
shoot us an email.
And Dylan, what is that email again?
That email again is, and it'll be, if you look below the video, it will be in the description for said video, but it is northshorewarriors42@gmail.com. Again, northshorewarriors42@gmail.com. Holla.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to contact us and yeah, tell us your name and where you're from and or don't. We don't really care. No, we do care.
I care
But we don't
so
care if you
much.
don't want
I
to.
care
That's
so
what I meant to
much,
say.
guys.
We respect your privacy.
We respect your privacy, but yeah, and yeah, feel free to chime in about anything. And yeah,
I think that
Cool,
wraps it
cool.
up for this
Well,
week.
guys,
so
that wraps
thank
it
you
about
for
up.
listening.
Significantly
did we
shorter.
wanna
I
do
think
what's
we
on
did a
tap?
good job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's
we
on
wanna do
tap?
what's on tap really quick.
yeah. What we're about to do, Dylan? What's on tap for you?
I actually hadn't thought about it.
I forgot this was a segment.
Dylan's
I
week
forgot
is
this.
open.
We had this. It is. It's pretty.
list.
It's pretty normal. It's on the list. It's on the list, and I didn't pay attention to the list. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? On a scale of professionalism, like I think last week was like a 3. I think this week is like a 5.
We're
Yeah,
climbing.
we're
Until now,
Yeah.
Dylan.
We're getting there. Until this moment right here.
Until this one's at like a 1. No. Yeah, no. I mean, like
Really
you don't
screw
have
the
to.
pooch here, gentlemen.
No, it's just so this week. What's on tap? I'm gonna try and see Logan this week. I'm gonna play some more Unravel. I'm gonna play probably some more Battlefield 1. Because I'm really digging that game. But yeah, it's just gonna be another normal week. auditions if they happen. I don't usually find out about those till the day before anyway. But yeah, pretty normal week. What about
Awesome.
the hamster?
Ooh, it's my birthday, y'all.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I'm
Party.
gonna be. I took the day off of work. Super excited. I actually have an audition that day, which it feels great. It's kind of been slow, so I'm happy to audition on my birthday. Hoping to hang with some buddies at a barcade, kind of like Up Down in Minneapolis. And they in fact have an X-Men game, which last time I was there, I beat that shit.
Oh, that like 6-person X-Men game?
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, they've got that up down too. That's so much fun.
I'm playing as Nightcrawler. He has like that dash across the screen, like AOB superpower, which is sweet.
Yeah. You have to feed that motherfucker quarters though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
It's just one to continue though, thank God. There at Barcade. But other than that, am trying to take some time to, I've reached the big 2-5, so I'm going to try to kind of get my shit together a little bit and reorganize my life.
Nice.
Been thinking about Horizon, though, because I do have that PS4, Horizon
looking at
Zero
that.
Dawn. So, I might... I'll let you know next week if I pull the trigger on that. But, for now, birthday's the big thing, man. Just trying to
Oh, yeah.
have an easy week and get through it.
Well, I'll try to remember to send you a little message or something on your birthday.
Yeah, try your
next
best. Try your best.
week. Yeah.
Mitchie?
Yeah, let's see. This week, I'm planning on continuing to hone my Heroes of the Storm skills. My other plans are to perhaps maybe play Hearthstone again. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I've been getting into that a little bit.
Want to
Yeah,
play some Hearthstone? Hey, man, I'd be down to do some more survival games with you again.
I was just thinking about that. I
It's been a good minute.
was looking at. I was giving Rust the eyeball lately.
Does
might
Rust
be-
cost money?
Yes, Rust costs 20 monies.
Okay. 20 monies is not terrible. I get paid on Friday.
It's 20 whole monies. But yeah, if you maybe want to, you guys maybe want to play a survival
I'd be
game,
down to do some Rust.
we can do that.
What is
Yeah.
this one?
Rust is
Rust?
I think you linked a video of this once, Hamps. It's like a survival game. It's in
Oh,
early
that
access.
guy that
Daisy.
was trolling those kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
That's
that
right.
actually looked really sweet. Okay,
It's kind of
okay.
fun. It's really janky in that early access way, but it's one of the few games
Sure.
that they actually seem to be updating like on a bi-weekly basis. So that's kind of cool.
Cool, yeah, I'll check it-
that's
check it
pretty
out.
much. That's pretty much.
We
my
got to hop
time.
back into Star Citizen too, Mitch.
Yeah,
at some
I
point.
know. We forked over the cash for that, so we got to get it back in there.
Yeah, that game's never going to come out, but
No. Bauska, what you up to?
I need to get a job.
Yeah, feels up.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. Just
Awesome.
applying for jobs. Dexter is doing like 250% better. So
Good.
boy.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
we,
awesome.
we took him on a hike up at Gooseberry yesterday, and he was really excited to finally go outside for the first time in 2 weeks, besides going to the bathroom. So,
Nice.
yeah. So other than that, taking care of him, not a whole lot. I guess we'll see what the week brings me. Yeah.
Cool.
Love it. Is that everyone? Purple.
Purple.
Yeah, Mass Effect. I'm hoping, let's see, I can't remember, what is it, 14th that Mass Effect 3 comes out?
20th.
Or Mass Effect Andromeda comes out?
It's the 20th. Or something like that.
20th.
2024
yeah,
or something
so,
like that.
something like that. 21st, I think, actually. Yeah, March 21st.
21st.
So, yeah, I've got 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll be playing a lot of Mass Effect. That sounds really depressing when I say it out loud. Going to work, watching Wild Games.
yeah.
They won tonight, so
yeah, which was
good
awesome.
for them.
It was on at work.
Stahl
I
got
watch
2, Parisi got 1.
Yeah.
Back from the mumps.
Captain
Got
America.
some work. Yeah, that's what I've got. Doctor's appointment, but that's nothing crazy. Honestly, Mitchie and Dylan, if you guys want to go to the Up Down at some point in the near future, I'd be down.
I'm
You
super
guys should
down.
check that place out because I think you guys would really like it.
Yeah, man, I'd
If we
be
can
down.
find a time where we're all free.
You might even say I'm
Yeah.
up, down.
Ooh.
And on that
Oh.
note,
Up, down, funk
And
you
on-
up, boy.
And on that note,
Yeah, this has been the WarriorCast.